Now we're going to see how to create a namespace and how you can create a pod inside that particular namespace. Let me share my screen. It's already sharing. Let me see. Let me log in with Webstone. Enter. Let me give a yes command. Now here there are two namespaces. Let me create one more namespace. First of all, let me see how many namespaces are present in my Kubernetes demo directory. kubectl, the enum command, kubectl, get namespaces. Okay, these are the namespaces which I have present in my Kubernetes demo, the home directory. Let me create one more namespace. Now, what I'm going to do means vi create UAT alt namespace UAT user access testing namespace .ml. If I enter, go to insert mode, UAPI version semicolons space v1, click enter, kind, let the kind be namespace space, enter, go to metadata, data, forget to give, enter. Now give name as semicolon UAT. Okay. Now let me save this and try to create it. Escape semicolons WQ to save the way the script which I have written here. Now saved. Let me create it by giving command kubectl create -f followed by the AML script name UAT namespace.ml. Yeah, it's successfully created. Now let me check whether it is created or not by giving command kubectl get namespaces. See, successfully created if you observe here. Now let me run one code inside my namespace. Let me see how it's possible. Okay, for that let me give command ls. Okay, let me take this only ngx ngi and next hyphen pod dot ml. Enter. Go to insert mode. Here, yeah, let me give it as p1. Click on enter. Click on enter. After clicking now, what we're going to do means here, we'll give a name as namespace name as Dev. Let me give here. Come back here. Namespace is piece. Namespace semicolon. Namespace semicolon. And let me give it as Dev -ns. Let me save it. Escape semicolon. Let me try to create it. kubectl create -f followed by ngi nx hyphen called dot ml, right? Enter. Oh, yeah, we have given small letter. Okay, so okay, yeah, we have given wrong name. That's why it's not taking. Let me go to insert. Here we have given wrong name, namespace. Let me save it. Now save it. It's created. Now, if you say kubectl get ports, see, it's not created. It must be created into my cluster itself, no, but it's not created because it will be created in default namespace. It will be created in the devns namespace. If you want to show, I will show you. You command kubectl get ports hyphen hyphen all hyphen name space sp namespace namespaces. See, it's created. If you observe here, these are our cluster level ports which are running, which are marked as default. If you observe here, day one moment, there is one port is running. NX, NGI, NX hyphen port 1. This is how we can create a port inside our namespace. If you want to show means, I will show you again another port by creating another port inside my another namespace. Let me create, yeah, enter. Now go to insert mode. Now here what I'm going to do means I will give it as 2. Now here near namespace I'm going to give it as UAT. Let me save it simply. Let me create it. Create. It's created. Now let me give command. See. See, if you observe on the last, there is a namespace called UAT. Inside that also one port is running. NGINX hyphen port 2. This is how we can create our ports inside our namespaces in a particular namespace. Whatever it may be, like production environment namespace or UAT namespace or QA namespace, user access namespace or QA quality assurance or dev environment, whatever it may be. This is how we can create namespaces and can or run our objectives inside it, and you can run our code inside our namespaces. Okay. If you want to know how many, let me give command kubectl get namespaces. See, there are three namespaces which I have created. One is dev environment, one is QA environment, and another one is QAT. Now, in my dev environment and QA environment, UAT environment, I have created separate ports. But it won't get if I give command like kubectl get ports. See, it only shows my default by the ports which will be created by user in the cluster level itself. If you want to know the ports which is running in default namespace, we have to give kubectl get ports hyphen all hyphen namespaces. Then you will going to get all the ports which are running in default namespaces. Now, what I'm going to do means, see, if you observe here, mainly the purpose of creating this namespace is nothing but it is a partial logical partitioning of cluster IP. The main purpose of using the cluster IP is the cluster IP is used to communicate between the ports. The main purpose of using cluster is to communicate, to make it happen as the communication between two ports. Now, if you go and discuss about node export worker node, the main objective or main perspective of using worker node is worker node used to explore our code into internet level. Okay, this is how we can create namespaces, and we can create a pod inside our namespace. Okay, thank you. Let me stop sharing.